The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Up from his safety spot to charge in and make the play, Landon Collins. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And down inside the red zone. At the 19-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams.
7 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
3 yards the gain there, second down. It's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play out. He shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And Crosby puts it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Second and 14. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brandon Carr. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escape, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Matthew Ioannidis able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That was all Preston Smith navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Touchdown! Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are back within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going into halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Finding room to the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man, Jonathan. Halftime report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, and he's got some space here. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Hardman on the return.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Touchdown, Browns. Quez Watkins, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now...
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Being chased out left.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Now swing pass for Dillon. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Throwing now is Rodgers. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception.
And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Look, I played the game, I missed the shot, I had the answer, then forgot. I knew one day my pop finesse, for not, flexing, I fell out and cut the check, my not, polize the set.